Hey, good people. This is Rocki with Rocki's Reality, the #1 podcast for unfiltered and unapologetic culture, entertainment, and relationships. Tap in live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as I chat with some of the dopest artists, celebrities, influencers, entrepreneurs, and more. Make sure to catch us live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, YouTube, and Roku. See you soon. Hey everyone, welcome to Rocki's Reality. Happy Thursday. Hope you all enjoyed the 15th day after Juneteenth, which was AKA some people call it 4th of July, but in this household, we call it the 15th day after Juneteenth. So hope you all enjoyed your holiday. Hope you've been having a fantabulous summer. I know I have. Can you see my tan? I love having my summer tan. You know, us yellow folk, we get happy when we get a tan in the summer. So welcome to everyone. Tonight, I have two dynamic singer-songwriters who have beautiful voices. And of course, they are young, gifted, and Black. Can't wait till you meet them. My first guest is the lovely Nyreisha. She is just absolutely adorable. Hailing from the streets of San Diego, California, she has been belting out classics since she was able to walk. At just age 5, she began performing when she was performing Shanice Wilson's Yesterday and Mary J. Blige's I'm Going Down. That's okay, age 5 performing that grown woman music. And then when she performed Fergie's Big Girls Don't Cry is when she realized that she had a true gift. Her current single is Wanna featuring Devon Terrell, and we are going to get into that video later. But in the meantime, welcome to Rocki's Reality, Nyreisha.
Hey.
I've got to do the sound effects because I'm not in my regular studio, so I'm doing a I'm doing all of those sounds and stuff. So welcome to Rocki's Reality, Nyreisha. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm wonderful. How are you?
I am worn out, but I'm making it.
Good.
As my granddaddy used to say, I've been earning my money this week. So
as you should, get it, girl.
Right. Okay. But I'm no less blessed and just grateful to be here. And just I really want to shout out Miriam. Your I guess it's your aunt, I believe. Your aunt Nubian.
She is.
Yep. Miriam Graham. Shout out to her. I'm hailing all the way from Memphis. By the way, I love me some Memphis rappers. Miriam, we gotta talk about that because I love me some Glorilla and love me some Buddy Bag Yo. But anywho, so welcome to the show, Nyreisha. And okay, let me start by asking, I hope you don't mind, how young are you? How many years young are you? I'm not gonna say how old are you. How many years young are you?
Not gonna lie, it's a guessing game. I love when I get that question because then people in the comments always guess. So we'll see if anybody comes up with the right answer.
Okay, we're gonna leave a little mystery. Because I was like, okay, this child been singing for a while, dating back to 2017, 2018, been out here grinding.
When people find out I was in the Navy for 7 years, their minds just go all over.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support.
Oh my gosh. Navy. So you done lived a whole life. You done lived a whole life.
Yes.
So you were in the Navy before becoming a singer-songwriter, or were you singing and songwriting while in the Navy?
I would say a little bit of both. Singing and songwriting has always been a passion. At some point, it's been a hobby. At some point, it's been therapy. So in every stage of my life, it has been there.
I love that. And shout out to everyone who's watching. Hi from Brazil. Okay.
Hey.
Shout out to our viewers from Brazil. Listen, we are international. Live on YouTube and Facebook and Roku. So good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to wherever you are in the world, because I know we're in different time zones. So yes. I love that. I love how you said music is therapeutic.
Oh,
I love
absolutely.
that. It absolutely is. I swear, there are days if I come home and I'm like, wait a minute, something is missing. I haven't listened to my music today. And it is definitely therapeutic for me. When I'm at my 9 to 5, I put music on. It just puts me in the zone, and it helps me to calm down. It helps me to get hype.
Yep,
It helps me not to hurt nobody.
it
It
is.
helps me to get in the mood. When I gotta get my praise break on sometimes, like, Lord, let me turn on my gospel so I don't
There
hurt
it
nobody.
is.
Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Hey from Detroit. Hey to everyone watching. So, I love it, guy. Y'all know we got people from all over watching. I love this. I
Wow.
love it. So, Nyreisha, just give us a snapshot from 5 years old to now. Like, did you come from a musical family? Like, how did you start singing? And
Yeah.
somebody was listening to Shanice and Mary J. Was your mama? It had to be your mama or
My
somebody, auntie,
mommy.
listening to Shanice and Mary J, which are part of that real R&B realm.
Yep, my mommy, from as long as I can remember, it didn't matter if she was happy, if she was mad. Whoa, when she was mad, girl, cause she sing. But my mother, her emotions were music. You
Mm.
could gauge how she was feeling based on what she was listening to. Like, and 9 times out of 10, if she was mad, it usually involved a lot of cleaning in the kitchen. So
Ooh.
music has just been a part of my life. And my mother has the most beautiful voice of all the different things in my childhood. The one thing that can always bring me back is the sound of my mother downstairs singing. You could hear her from any point in the house. So when I was younger, she would have me sing with her. Now, I was tone deaf. Like my tone deaf was tone deaf. It
Ooh.
was bad,
Ooh.
but
Sounded
it
like
didn't
Sexy
stop me.
Red, huh?
Man, oh baby.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Sounded like Sexy Red on the BT Awards. Okay, yep, yep. Mm-hmm.
I used to be in my bedroom. I'll have the headphones on and the door shut, and I'll be singing to the Cheetah Girls albums, didn't matter which one it was, or High School Musical, and I'm just belting my little soul out. And she would
Mm.
always be like, that's my girl. I love
That's
you,
my baby.
but shut up. I'd be like, okay, I'm sorry. And then there was one year, my mother was also military. So she
Okay.
came home from a deployment. And my mom, whenever she comes home, she don't really like to listen to stuff that she hasn't heard because again, she's a singer. She wants to get her feet back into being on the ground. So she will normally listen to things that she knows. Well,
Mm.
Fergie's Big Girls Don't Cry came on. She ain't never heard it, didn't know what it was. And so she changes it. And I'm in the back
Mm.
seat just singing along, didn't even realize she turned it off. And she's looking
Mm.
around the car and I'm looking at her like, what's wrong with you? She looked back at me, I'm still singing, and then she turns the song back on and she goes, "Oh, that was you?" She thought I was the radio.
Oh,
Apparently, little Miss Tone Deaf won't show tone deaf no more.
listen, you got that tone together. You got
Got
the tone together. Look at God. I
Thank
love
God. I don't know if her ears could have handled it too many more years, but that was definitely the moment when she was like, "Okay, so all of that extra singing and yelling that you did for all those years is gonna pay off for you."
Thank you,
Worked out.
Jesus. Okay. Persistence and consistency. Let's go.
There it is.
I love that. I love that. So, what made you say, I'm going to make this a full-time thing? I'm going to go into this. So, is that from that point did she start connecting you with some people? Like, what describe how your journey evolved? Because you've already dropped one EP, right? You already dropped your first EP?
I
No?
only have a song and a video, and it's funny
Okay.
that you ask that because I don't even think now in my brain that I've said, like, "I'm gonna take this and make it my life." I make
Mm,
music because I love it, and it just so happens that people are picking up on it. Like, I don't think there was a moment where I sat down and I was like, "Okay, I'm finna be a celebrity today." It's been
right.
more just like, "You know what? I'm gonna stop withholding this gift that I have. I'm gonna share it
Mm,
with the world because I like to think I'm pretty good at it. And worst case scenario, you love it or you hate it. I hope you feel something. That's all I want to
absolutely.
do. So that's been my
Exactly.
journey so far. I think Miriam and Joe have definitely been doing their job. They're making all the connections. I'm just the singer and the songwriter. I'm
Right. You
just
just
here for the
showing up.
ride. Pretty
You're just
much.
showing up. They just
I'm here for
telling
the
you to show up
journey.
and be cute. Showing up
Yep.
and be cute. Show up and be cute. It's
Definitely
fine.
here for the journey and thankful for the love because the love has just been pouring out. It's been beautiful.
I love that. So besides Shanice, Mary J, the Cheetah Girls, and Fergie, who have inspired you? Like who would you like who first who has inspired you and then whom would you like to do a duet with?
Oh
So
god.
first
Okay,
who has
so
inspired you
for
besides the one?
inspiration, I would say Janae Aiko, Kiana Lede, um, God, there's so many, I
Ooh,
feel
Kiana
like
Lede. That's a good one. She's so underrated.
so underrated, and she's phenomenal.
Yes.
But there are so many artists that, like, I gravitate towards, even, like, in the country realm or, like, rock, like,
Mm.
I love Paramore, but I also love Carrie Underwood, so I draw
Mm.
inspiration from everywhere. As far as a duet, my number one dream as a kid, I was like, if I never make it famous, what have you, I wanna make a song with Michael Jackson, and unfortunately, he passed. The
Baby,
devastation was
somebody raised
so
you right.
to
Jesus. Somebody
this
raised
day,
you
that is my
right.
favorite artist, like, that's my number one.
Oh my gosh. Amen. Okay. Amen. Amen. Same here. He is definitely my favorite next to Mary J. Blige. Like Mary J. Blige is like my favorite
Mary
female
got the hits
vocalist.
too.
But Michael Jackson, like he's just overall, like there's no one like him. I
Mhm.
absolutely can't stand when people try to compare to him. I'm like, there's no comparison.
There's
You know,
not.
like
There was
like I
just
love
one, and that's it.
listen, Beyonce is the bomb, but you are not Michael Jackson. Like, please stop it. I need people to stop it. Chris Brown, you're not Michael Jackson. I love all of you, but it's just
I
some
love
artists
me
are
some
just
Chris Brown. Oh my
listen.
goodness.
Yes, I love
I feel
him.
like we grew up together. He
Right.
was so deeply rooted in my childhood. To see him all grown up on stage, I feel like, like we might have lived down the street from each other. Like I watched you get to this point. It's crazy.
Right. I love it to watch him grow and blossom.
Yeah.
So we're gonna listen to Wanna It's a
Okay.
bop for sure. It's definitely like I can definitely see myself roller skating or driving around with the drop top to it. It's definitely a bop. Or laying on the blanket and the picnic with my boo or whatever, kicking it with my girls. It's definitely a bop. So talk about did you write it?
I
Talk
did.
about one how it came about.
So I was in the Navy at the time, and one of my biggest struggles in the Navy was getting my hair into a bun. Your girl has a lot of hair. Which led me to a lot of time in the morning. So, one of my sisters had showed me this artist, Devon Terrell, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, like for me to like so many of his songs like this quickly, like I need to see like who's making his beats, what kind of
Mhm.
videos does he have?" And I stumbled across a producer that he had used a few different times. So this particular morning, I was just going through some beats, trying to put this hair in a bun, and I found the beat that I used for one of and I was like, okay, this is cute. So, a lot of my writing style at that time, and even now, sometimes today, it includes a lot of freestyle. So,
Mm.
I was just sitting there and I would just sing random stuff and I would come back to some lyrics and be like, that sounds silly, and do it over and over. And eventually, I was just like, I had made a joke. I was like, I wanna get my hair in a bun. And then eventually I was like, oh no, that's actually kind of cute.
Yeah, and
I
that's a real life struggle for
Oh
black
my
women.
goodness,
Yeah.
I'm so grateful to not have to bun my hair anymore. Like, if I do it now, it's a preference, but I don't
Mm,
have to.
right,
But the
right. Is
song
that
itself, that's how I wrote it, and then I had maybe 100 followers on Twitter because I had one in high school and I gave it away to a friend because I stopped using it and I made a new one. I reached out and I said, "Hey, how many retweets before you'll do a song with me?" Didn't
mm.
think I would get a response, I was just throwing it out there. Sure enough,
Mm.
he said 1,000. I said, "Okay, this is a big number, but I got this." I
This
reached
was
out
to Devon. You were reaching out
Yes,
to Devon? Okay.
yep. I reached out to people, everybody I knew, everybody I didn't know. I think some people were like, "I done made, like, 4 Twitters," and I was like, "Cool, keep going." It took me months because I didn't have the followers, and then being active duty, I'm in and out of going out to sea. I happened to wake up one day and I saw a tweet. It was like, "I'm so proud of you. Like, let's make this magic," or something like that. And I was like, "Who are you?" Clicked on it. It was Devon Terrell. He saw it before I did. And
That you
that's
had gotten, 1,000 retweets.
yes.
I love it. it.
and one of them was born. Like,
I love that. I love it. So let's go into one of this is her current single, and hope is it so is there an EP coming in the future or
I am not gonna lie to you. As much music as I have right here on this phone, I probably got a couple of EPs, a few albums. I just got to work on the visuals because
okay.
I I really don't want to release anything without a visual because I want y'all to see and feel what I felt when I was making it.
Mm,
So like with the
okay.
one video, it's just fun and bubbly because that's how you feel when you have a crush and you're like, "Ah, I just wanna love you. You're so
Right.
cute." So there will be a lot coming, and I will make sure that you guys are all tuned in for it. I promise.
I absolutely love it. Okay. So let's go into one of this is with
Yeah.
Devon Terrell.
Okay. I'm at a loss for words on this one. Yeah. I'm at a loss for words on this one. Yeah. Hey, old flex, I wanna tell you something. Gonna take a seat and make sure you listen. I'm kinda nervous, don't know if I can do this. Well, gon' take a seat and make sure you listen. Already said that, all of my thoughts are slipping. I need a minute. What I'm trying to say is, well, I like the way we vibe, boy. I like the way we vibe. I wonder if you like, well, I wonder if you'd like, well, I wanna, I wanna touch, I'm doing too much. Well, okay, wait a minute, 'cause I wanna, I got a crush, no, I wanna love you. Okay, I like you, I want you, I won't say that I need you, but I want to be with you. Take a minute, are you with it? And I don't care what they gon' say, 'cause what they think don't matter anyway. I'm just trying to be a lady, okay? Yeah, I often wonder what it's like to hold you close at night and to kiss you after a long ass day of missing you. And when you're stressing, lay your head on my chest and let me reward you for all the lessons by showing you that you're a blessing. 'Cause I wanna own my, I wanna touch, I'm doing too much. Well, okay, wait a minute. I wanna own my, I got a crush, no, I wanna love you. Yeah, okay, I like you, I want you, I won't say that I need you, but I want to be with you. Take a minute, are you with it? And I don't care what they gon' say, 'cause what they think don't matter anyway. I'm just trying to be a lady, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, that is absolutely a bop, okay? That is a whole bop.
Thank you.
I love that. That is a whole bop. I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. So, okay, is a particular guy we talking about in the song? Are you talking about? Is it somebody who inspired the song?
Maybe,
Mhm.
maybe not,
That you want to
possibly.
hold you? Mhm.
I actually there is something that I'm working on, and let's just say every person that the song is about, there will be no question.
Okay, every person. So it's about multiple people.
Not that song, but the
Uh,
project I'm working on.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So can we get a little glimpse into that of when it's coming, what it's going to be like? Is it going to be similar to Wanna Is it mid tempo, low a slow tempo, what?
Um, I wouldn't say that I write too many slow songs. So
Mm.
a lot of them will be in the realm more of like wanna but I always say that I like to write from a place of love. So they'll all be
Mm.
love songs, but it might be being in love, losing love, the lack of love, or I wish you would have
Mm.
just stayed your butt somewhere and loved somebody else.
Oh, oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I love that. So, if someone is getting into music, wants to get into music and become a singer songwriter, what are some things that you've learned on this journey that you would share with them?
I would say definitely stay true to yourself. That's something that means something different to everyone because I'm learning that while I want to, make my music and it might sound absolutely perfect to me, it is okay to open up to suggestion, but don't just bend over backwards for the sake of making it, so to speak.
Mm,
Stay true to
mm,
yourself. If you really love something, it's okay to change it if you love it, and if something else comes along and you absolutely just don't rock with it, listen to you, because at the end of the day, these people that are wanting to hear your music are wanting to hear it because it came from you, not from
mm,
somebody else. So,
mm,
listen to your heart, remember why you started.
I love that. And it's would you agree that it's kind of challenging to do that in this social media era, staying true to yourself? Like, how do you not give into getting the BBLs and getting the injections in your lips and doing all of the stuff that the Instagram sensations and social media sensations are doing?
If I'm honest, I've never been one to fit in. Trust me, for a long time, I tried really hard. I
Mhm,
used to get picked on for not
mhm,
being as cool as everybody else. So
mhm.
I guess maybe I was just destined to ride my own wave.
I love that. I love that. And so what's up next for Nyreisha? I know you said you're working on new music.
Oh, yeah.
So are maybe some movies in the future or TV shows or plays or anything like that in the future?
So I'm definitely working on music. That never stops. I have been asked to do a couple of shows. I won't disclose where just yet because I want to make sure everything's set in stone. I don't want you guys to be excited and then it doesn't happen.
Right.
But I do have a couple of shows coming up, and people have been inquiring about me doing some sort of acting in certain
Mm.
places. So there's a lot of big things coming. I just don't know where.
I could definitely see you on like a Nickelodeon or
Grew up
Disney
on
Plus.
those.
Yeah, I mean, right. I mean, I could definitely see, and you already are familiar because of the Cheetah Girls and High School
Oh,
Musical,
yeah.
as well. So I could definitely see that as well. And so
Thank you.
for yeah, for you, who are some artists out, some of your fellow contemporaries that you're digging?
Oh gosh. I have I said, Janae Aiko, Kiana the
Mm,
Day. I love Lucky Day. We talked about Chris Brown. I love Bryson Tiller, The Weeknd,
mm,
Ariana Grande, Kaylani. And these are people that are in heavy rotation on my phone on a daily. But then I also have a playlist on my phone, and it's called Good Times, and it
mm.
goes back to the Marvelettes and that whole era. So a
I
lot.
love it.
Some
I love
classics
it.
never die, so they just feel modern.
I love that. So is there a method to your writing? Is there like a I guess like a routine when you write, or is this just like it pops in your head as you are doing stuff like when you were putting that bun together?
So, sometimes I hear a beat and it's almost like the chorus writes itself. It's
Mm,
when I hear a certain beat, it's like my body is telling me that there are words. And
mm,
it's like when you hear a song and you wanna sing along, my body's like, "Girl, there's words, like, let's sing." But my brain is like, "Relax, there are no words, you have to make them."
Hmm.
So sometimes the song will write itself, and there's other times where I could just be hanging out with somebody or, watching a movie or in a moment, and I would be like, "Wow, I wonder what this would feel like in a song." And so I'll write it almost like it's a poem. Sometimes it'll have a melody, but eventually I have to find a beat to match that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that. Love that. So I'm sure your mom is quite proud of
Oh,
what you
yeah.
have done and accomplished. And I know she's like, my baby done came a long way from being tone deaf, honey. She's
My
have
mommy
you
is my best friend and my biggest supporter for sure.
love that. Have you and mom ever thought about singing together?
All the time. We honestly,
Okay.
when
Or
we
like putting
live
some like putting something out there besides y'all being in the kitchen together, but like putting
oh,
something out here to the public.
she always jokes that when I make it big, she's gonna be my background singer, but I said, "Girl, you're gonna be front and center. Don't play with me. We gonna
I
be
love
singing
that.
together."
I love that. Now, do you have any brothers or sisters, or it's just
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah. I think in total, there's 12 or 13 of us.
Oh wow.
So it's a lot.
Oh wow. Oh,
But yeah.
you got a lot of material then. If you got 12 or 13, yeah, that's a lot of siblings. That's a lot of material.
Oh,
I
yeah. And
love that.
actually, one of my 2 of my younger sisters also sing, and of my older siblings, I wanna say almost all of my older and younger siblings on my father's side have musical talents and abilities, but my younger brother and sister, they mostly my younger brother, like, he puts out his own music, so it's, like, right there. Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I love that. So, I appreciated um interviewing you today and speaking with you, Nyreisha. You definitely, I love the energy. And as you said, life goes one way, that's forward. So let's move with love. I love how you
Mhm.
right. You can't be stuck in the past. Like you can't
There
dwell
is
on it.
nothing there for you but
Right.
lessons.
Oh, I love that. There's nothing there for you but lessons. Let's go. Wish I had a bell to ring. I love that. So as we're wrapping up, where can people find you? Where can they follow you so they can get that new music, see when that TV show debut happens?
So my ex, which I think used to be Twitter, right? X, Instagram, TikTok, and I want to say my YouTube as well. It's all the same. Nyreisha with 2 underscores. So that's
Mm.
Nyreisha with 2 underscores. And if there's any sort of social media platform that I'm not on and you guys want to interact with me, let me know. I'm on my phone not very often, but I can be.
I love it. I love it. So Narisha, I always like to end with five favorites.
Okay.
Okay. So what is your favorite food?
Peach cobbler
Ooh, with the crust. The crust be
with
so
the
good.
crust. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You already said your favorite musical artist. You already named them. What is your favorite TV show or current TV show or movie?
Um, I really like Rick and Morty as a cartoon. But my favorite movie has to be Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh my gosh. You went back in the archives.
Mhm.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic. Okay. Okay. Favorite travel destination.
Oh, I wanna go to Jamaica or the Maldives. I'm an
Oh,
island girl. Like, I just love the islands. I swear I should have been born there.
really? Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Jamaica is have you ever been to Jamaica?
No, I want to so bad.
You'll love it. And now that the hurricane is past, it's safe to go.
It's
So,
time. It's
now and
time.
I've been to Jamaica, but I haven't been to Maldives, but you would absolutely love Jamaica. I love
Yes.
that. I love that. Okay. What is your favorite accessory?
Oh, definitely my gold hoops, always. I always if it's to the point where if I lose these, I will go back to the store that same day to get another pair. I probably own like 16 different pairs of these, and then these 2 gold chains never come off.
I love that. All right. And also, let me see. Last one. Last one. Let me ask, what's your favorite season? Let's
I would say summertime because I love the sunshine.
right. And we want to in the summertime.
There you go. There you
Listen,
go.
we want to in the summertime. I'm the same way. That's why I'm glad I finally got my little tag going on. So yes,
Yes, I
yes.
see you, Tan.
Yes, yes. I be feeling like Casperina in the wintertime. So I'm glad that we finally are here in the summer. So I really enjoyed you, Nyreisha. So thank you for tapping in. We appreciate it. We will be watching. Please, this is
Yes,
not goodbye. This is see you later. Please tap in with us when you are got more new stuff coming out. But I want
definitely.
to is that could ride for a while. That could definitely ride for a while. I can definitely see that riding for a while.
Thank
So
you so
looking
much, and I
forward.
appreciate you taking the time to talk with me. This
You're
has been
welcome. Thank you
awesome.
so much. You're welcome. Take care.
Take care.
All right. Have a good night.
You too, thank you.
All right. Bye bye. All right. So Nyreisha was such a joy. Love speaking with her. And next we are going to have Cal, waiting on him to join. Cal is the son of Gerald Austin of the Manhattans. I'm not sure if you are, well, no, I am sure a lot of you should be familiar. They are a group from the 70s and 80s. Their single Shining Star, Let's Just Kiss and Say Goodbye, tons of music throughout the 70s and 80s. And so waiting for Cal to join. But in the meantime, let me know, tap in. Thank you to everyone who's watching. Tap in, let me know what weekend plans you have. I know for me, I will be watching as soon as possible the new Tyler Perry. And I have to say, this doesn't look like the normal Tyler Perry. Like he is definitely stepping his game up, and I can't wait to watch this. The new with Megan Good and Corey Hardrick. It is called Divorce in the Black, and I watched that preview, and honey, I was like, oh, this is this is about to be definitely something serious. So looks like Cal is joining us now. So thanks for joining us, Cal. Oh, hi from New Zealand. Okay, Thomas. Okay. I love it. So thanks for joining us, Cal. And I am going to bring him on. Cal is a New Jersey native. Now we going from coast to coast, y'all. Nyreisha is from San Diego, and Cal is from New Jersey, y'all. And he combines a collective of sounds, including doo-wop, R&B, and complex lyricism to effectively display a sound that is embraceable to the masses. And again, as I also told you, he's the son artist. He is the son of Gerald Austin, the lead singer of the Grammy Award winning group, the Manhattans. Like, you're taking me back to my childhood with this one. So some of his influences include Keith Murray, Fabulous, Jay-Z. I love Rakim is in there. That's the God MC right there. So let us bring to the stage now, Cal. Welcome, Cal.
How's everybody doing?
I love it. Welcome to Rocky's Reality.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, Cal, wait a minute. So, is your name Calvin? Is it
Yeah.
Cal?
Mhm.
Okay. But I see the periods after the letter. So let's get into that acronym. What's that?
So
What's
that
that
just
Cal acronym about?
that stands for Calvin Austin's legacy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty simple and straightforward, but it works. I just wanted to do that because a lot of the artists specifically in hip hop at the time, when I first started pursuing like music as a career, I noticed a lot of the hip hop artists that were at the forefront at the time were using like parts of their real name, if not their entire real name.
Mhm.
And what I noticed as well is it looked like it was a way for most of them to stay grounded and not get like an ego or a big head. And for me, I thought about it because I had a stage name prior, but it didn't feel like me. It felt like someone else, and I didn't want
Mhm.
to have that disconnect because sometimes as you continue to progress in this particular field, sometimes you get a little, like arrogant, or you lose sight of who you are. So I didn't want to have that disconnect. And the fact that
Mm-hmm.
I've been called Cal all my life, it just fits. So give it a little acronym, because that is the journey I'm on in terms of what I want to do, and what I want to create. And yeah, it keeps me grounded. So that's where that came from.
I love that. You are definitely grounded, given that big Sagittarius energy. I am sure y'all gonna keep it 100. Y'all my fellow fire sign. I'm a Aries, so I know.
Oh yeah, so
If,
you gonna fan the flame. You right
listen,
there with me.
if nothing else, we be cutting up together, okay? So, and I love how your lyrics are real and raw. So what
Thank
was
you.
that like for you growing up with your dad as one of the major groups in history?
It I didn't pay attention to it, honestly. It was
Mhm.
normal for me. So I didn't grasp it until I got older and started to see the reactions from outside the home, when I would go places that didn't know me, didn't know where I came from, and they're just like, "Oh, I like the Manhattans," or "I like this or that." And that's when it'd be like, "Oh, okay," because for me, that was just work. That was just my dad's job. So it's like, I'm standing amongst all these different artists, legends, and people in history, within R&B, and I'm just kind of like, cool, bro, whatever. I'm on my Game Boy, because I'm like, 7, 8. I don't care about that. But now, as I continue to grow up, and I'm just looking back, that's where it started to become a bigger thing. So it was very normal for me, but it was fun. It was definitely
Mhm.
fun as well, because the traveling, seeing different places, and even though I may not have been interested in every person that I met, because I'm a kid, I was definitely interested in seeing the show itself, the production itself. Like, I was always interested in that. So that part was fun as well.
I love that. And so you've been doing your thing for quite a while. When did your first EP, Me, when did that drop?
Ooh, that was I want to say that was the
Lo-
beginning of college. What was that? 2013, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, you've
2013.
been there. Wow. You've been
Yeah.
putting in work for a while. May I ask how old you are? Is that okay to
Yeah, no,
share?
no, that's fine. I'm 30. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, because when you said Game Boy, I was like, oh, he took it back. Talking about
Right.
Game
Yeah,
Boy.
you know what I mean? That was a long
Baby.
time. But
Right. Listen, to those who don't know, y'all need to Google what a Game Boy is. It was made by
right,
Nintendo.
right, exactly.
Right.
But
Right. If
yeah,
you
so
know, you know.
I started with that, and that was just me, like my first attempt at like trying to put together a project. But yeah, that was when I first realized, like, oh, this is something you can pursue as a profession, because I never came in contact with other artists my age. So when I first started meeting other artists that were taking this serious, I said, oh, okay, like maybe there's more to this, and then just doing it recreationally. And then from there, it kind of just progressed, and it's been like a consistent thing I've been building on. I've been making music for a long time, but I want to say this is my first attempt at it, on a professional level.
Mm,
When I did Me, I was definitely pursuing this as a career, but you have your baby legs, you're still trying to figure out the business, and figure out how the business is now. It was very
mm,
different from when my
mm.
dad was doing it, and is doing it,
Yes.
and how he did it and how it is now. So there's a lot of
Right.
growing pains in that. So at that
Yeah.
point in time, it was me and a bunch of other artists trying to like come together as a collective and navigate this new version of the music industry. So that was
Mm.
then, and then now we have a better understanding, me and my team. So moving forward, like, this is my first step navigating this space with more of a clear head. So this is going to be a
Mm.
lot different and a lot more fun.
I appreciate how you said navigating the music industry now, because it's
Mhm.
definitely evolved from when your dad and the Manhattans were out here, and then even your dad had a couple solo albums
Right.
as well. So, what lessons did you learn from him that you have applied to now?
Mine are more of the in-person stuff. A lot of it is like in-person, so show etiquette. There are just certain things that I do, and then things that I've learned as well, like simple things, because these things work with sniffing out when someone's trying to cheat you as an up and coming artist. But
Mm,
things as simple as sound check, etiquette, as far as when someone's on stage, you're not moving around. You either are backstage or you're in the audience, but you're not doing too much interacting with others because you have to respect other artists. Those kind of small things. And then even just you get in certain spaces and you understand what good and bad business is as well. So
Mhm.
there's a lot of that. There's a lot of like pay to play situations, and some of them there's a genuine gain, and then some of them it's like, no, you just are trying to take money from people with a dream and manipulate and make your money and go. So a lot of things like that I've learned from just how he did business and how he conducts himself even now when he tours. It's a lot of that, and it's always about showing appreciation to the people that support you. So those are the things that I carry when I go places, because people didn't have to listen to me. People don't have to listen to me. And when they choose to, it's something to always honor and respect. So it's things like that that I've definitely learned from him.
I love it. So how did you establish your sound separate? Because you got an edge with it. You got a little edge to it. Like, your dad and them, they were the respectable R&B back then, so you giving a little edge to it. When I was listening uh to your album, Rebirth and Revelations, you was a little, I was like, okay, it's a little spicy here. Okay, so how did you establish yourself separate?
I
Your
think it
own
was,
legacy.
yeah, it was more about maintaining my identity. And in maintaining my identity, the main thing is just my experiences and how I communicate with people my age. So for me, I never wanted to be like a version of him, because
Mm,
singing wasn't even on the table for me for a very long time. Like, I wasn't trying to sing. It was strictly just rapping, because
mm,
that was his thing, this was my thing. Singing
mm,
came along only because I secretly was just working at it, and then it became more of a thing as watching the industry change, and melody is key now. So many rappers wish they could sing, and me having the ability to do it with a strong foundation, why not add it to what I'm doing musically? So that that's where that came from. But for me, I wanted to maintain my identity and communicate in a way that works for me, and all the other pieces kind of just fell into place. So establishing myself was more about communicating to the audience I want in a way that really works for me. And it's
mm,
separate from them. They, Kiss and Say Goodbye, all these different records, they're more gentle with how they decide to talk about things. And my audience isn't. We're a little more like straight to the point, and that's okay. And the beautiful thing about it though is that I also have people in my generation, and even an audience that's beyond just my age group, that wants that. They want a bit of the old school mixed in, so we can take it to a softer place from time to time, and we can be a little more like mysterious or layered in how we say things and be more metaphoric. And then there are people that are like, all right, I like that, now talk to me more direct. So there's always
mm.
room to do both, which is always great as well.
I love that. So how do you stay above the fray of the social media sensations? Like, how do you make sure that you stay true to yourself and your artistry without falling into because like you said, it's a lot of pay to play situations because people know they can get rich quick. Everyone's hungry out here and wanting to get on and get into the spotlight. So how do you, it seems like you stay authentic to yourself though, that you're not just falling into what everybody else wants, and that's something that seems like it's a challenge for artists in this social media era.
The I mean, for me, I guess I would say it just comes down to thinking really about the legacy. What do I want to look back on? And when I build it, how much of it can I really say I lived, I experienced, I resonate with? Because that I think that integrity factor is so important. Um, you don't want to jump into something and it's not who you are, it's disingenuous, and your audience is going to feel it. Basically, at some point in time, there's a moment for every artist when they're doing something that's not really them, that we all kind
Mhm.
of feel it, even regardless of whether it's good or bad. It's felt, and it changes
Mhm.
how you interact with your audience and the relationship with your audience. And
Mhm.
for me, I would rather have a genuine connection with them, because in the long run, the other part of this is the longevity. That's the other
Mm.
part of staying true to your identity, is the longevity. Because a lot of artists now, there is the get rich quick, but they don't think about, can you perform these records maybe in a decade? Can you pack out a venue in a decade? Again, the information and the stuff that I've learned from him translates even into that stuff. It's like you want to have that longevity. So I think about the future. I think about what we're building and how we want that to work in the long run. And that's how I kind of like stay away from certain things. If it's something I genuinely gravitate towards, cool. But if it's not me and it can't mesh well, I stay away. I just mind my business.
Mm-hmm. And I want to also shout out your mom, Edna Austin, who was a professional dancer and choreographer. So, does she help you with some of your moves? I mean, is she?
No, so she's actually good for, she's done a lot. So she's really good for blocking on stage, mainly where to go, what to do, and
You
even
said
some,
blocking on stage.
yeah, so
Okay.
just any type of movement or anything I want to do, she's going to explain, okay, this is what we're seeing. This is what it looks like. This is
Mm,
good. This is bad. Lighting, wardrobe, all those kind of things, her mind is going off.
mm,
So, and it's because she's played so many parts in
mm,
showbiz. Like she's done the dancing, but she's also had to wear the costumes, also had to do the rehearsals. So she's seen it from so many different angles in her own career that it's like when it comes to doing shows, like most recently, I had the wardrobe, the piece I wore for the show we did in Atlantic City. Everybody loved it, and she found it. She was like, "I think this is gonna work for you," and I'm like, "I don't know. I mean, it's cool, but..." And she's like, "No, no, 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 no. Trust me, this is gonna..." And then, of course, when everybody saw it, they're like, "I love it. I love this outfit. I love the wardrobe. You need to do this more often." So that kind of thing is what she handles, and she's phenomenal at it. I mean, years and years of experience in her own right. So I just listen and we tweak and we work and then we come up with what we come up with. I don't know if we're gonna get to choreography. Maybe might put a 1-2 step in there somewhere. I'm not opposed to it. So because I've done dancing, it's not new to me. So we'll see what happens.
I love that. Okay. Well, let's get into honesty hour. And you was real honest on here. I was like, ooh, now who you talking about? You talking about a lady?
No, I mean I'm talking about more than just a lady. I'm talking about everything.
Okay.
It's really about being honest with myself about the different things that I have to fix in my own life. And that was the entirety of the record. There were a lot of different things because we all know that like there are outside influences that will take you off track, take you off your purpose.
Yeah.
But one of the things that you have to address before you can point the finger out there is you have to make sure you are doing everything in your capacity to not allow yourself to fall back or get off track. And once you kind of get yourself aligned and get yourself in order, then you can continue down that path and call out the other things. And for me, that's what that record was about. It was just about setting myself straight and having a conversation with myself about, hey, I know these other things are bothering you, but you have to get right with you first. You have to stop allowing these things to happen. And that's where I wanted to take that record. So it was more than just romantic relationships, but interpersonal relationships, how I view myself, how I conduct myself, how I want to navigate different social spaces. All of that was just a conversation I need to have with myself. And that's where that came from.
Sometimes you got to sit yourself down, pull your own coattails. Sometimes you got to have that talk with yourself. Now, look, self, get it
Right.
together.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So let's go into honesty hour. This is all off rebirth and revelations, and that's kind of the theme here, right? You're having
Yeah.
some revelations and some rebirth. So, okay, we're gonna go into that.
Perfect.
Hmm.
Oh, it's a hit. Yeah, so I can talk my shit. Yeah, it's a hit. Let's go. Look, I ain't perfect, I ain't afraid to show it. Too many hands was in my life when I was trying to mold it. See, I was living life for others, but I never folded. I really was deep in stress and just afraid to show it. See, I never assessed for myself what I really wanted until I had a chance at it and started to grab at it. Someone came into my life and I fell into bad habits, paying the hefty prices. I'm losing years of my life. Such a pivotal time where I should have been on my grind for every goal in my mind, but I didn't at the time. Now I'm feeling behind like my hands on ass, but there's no satisfaction sitting within my grasp. Nip said it was a marathon, I still felt last while I'm running through this pain sitting in my past. Pressed about the time because somebody spilled my shit, and ain't this a bitch? I'm the one that gotta mop it. My life been on spare change, straight out of pocket. Now I'm trying to turn from the bulb to the socket, add value to my words and become a true prophet. Turn my network into something with net worth. Diving into this passion, singing and rapping, maybe a film or two, but never acting. No more having backs while I posture myself for people who truly just aren't good for my health. No more self-sabotaging to be treated like an option. This is why I had them situationships popping. People pleasing, attention seeking made me an option for a narcissist that just wanted some dick dropping. If it wasn't for the scars, we could have been locked in, but I had to learn to move forward, no stopping. It's all about me. Watch as I get it popping, like a couple kernels sitting on the stove topping. Let's go. I've been waiting way too long, but now I am choosing me, ain't no stopping now. Standing on my 2 feet, I won't kneel down. I've been waiting way too long, but now I am choosing me, ain't no stopping now. Standing on my 2 feet.
I love that. Definitely a bop. I love how that you had the rapping and the singing in there. You were like,
Yeah.
let me mix it up some. So I love that. That you're definitely a versatile artist. Definitely a
Thank
versatile
you.
artist. I love
Thank you.
that.
Thank you.
I love that. And so I love how you were like choosing me now.
Right. Yeah.
Choosing
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
now.
I mean, that's a part of it as well. So like one of the things that I noticed for me was that was a part of what I wasn't doing. That was one of the things I had to get in check with myself is like, okay, there's a lot of instances where you're worried about other people's perceptions, opinions, what have you, but what do you feel? What do you want to do? How do you want to navigate your life? And you can't please everybody. So
Right.
it's best to just stop trying to do that and move in a way that's comfortable for you and put you first. So that's why, that line is in there. But
Right. I love that. And I'm
yeah.
trying to remember the line where you were like, other people's desires or emotions had me mixed up or
Uh
something. I'm trying to remember when I'm sorry the line, but you were like other
yeah.
people, I let other people pretty much determine
Oh
what was
yeah,
happening.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, at the opening, at the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other people's hands. I know what you're talking about. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um
Yeah.
yeah, because again, like even just navigating, because that line is really talking about being being Gerald Alston's son, there is an expectation or a perspective on you. So
Mm,
it also follows you around, and that, like,
mm,
depending on how you behave, somebody might say, well, that's Gerald's son doing this
mhm.
or that, and it's attached to you, so it molds, because the line is like, other people had hands in my life and I was trying to mold it.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So essentially, the other hands are other people who, oh, well, you're Gerald Austin's son, or you have to live up to this, or what's all these other things that's just a part of my identity. But because
Mhm.
I'm in that space now, I'm concerned about that, and it's not it transcends even just him, but that's a part of it. So those are the kind of things that you want to break free of at some point, in just the ability to be yourself and not have all these other expectations or burdens on you. So yeah, that's where, you know, all that kind of stuff comes from.
Right. The Calvin Austin legacy. You
Right.
establishing your own legacy outside of dad. And it's
Right.
definitely a blessing that you have that to go off of. But it's always, as kids, as we want to establish ourselves. That's what we're supposed to do, establish
Right.
ourselves separate from our parents. So a little birdie told me that there's going to be different future versions of that song.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
different versions are coming
Yeah.
about from that
Yeah.
song. So
Yeah.
talk about that. Is that going to be, yeah.
I'm thinking of whether or not I want to bring another artist on, or if I want to add something to it. But we do have some things in the works for that. I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, I definitely like the idea of where we're going, and the ideas are so. It's gonna be fun though. There are definitely more versions coming. What I will say though is, I don't. The real question is, do we want to keep the same instrumental? Or do we want to change it up? That's the real thing. Do we want to do a remix like the old school days where they, you know what I mean, or do we want
Come
to?
on, dude. I miss the good remixes. I miss a good remix.
A very good, you know what I mean. So that's
Oh.
that's the idea now. Do we want to do a remix like how we used to get them? But
I
yeah,
miss those
that's
days when you was
definitely
like,
work.
when the remix dropping, because sometimes the remix would be hotter than the original.
Right. You know what I mean? The remix was fun when we used to get a
Yeah,
real remix. So we'll
I
see what
love
happens.
that. Yeah, so you've been influenced by artists from Keith Murray to Stevie Wonder and Michael
Right.
Jackson, all the good ones, Jasmine Sullivan. Who would be your dream collaboration, dead or alive? If you could collaborate with one artist, who would it be?
Wow, that's always difficult. Collaboration. Who would be my dream collaboration? I would love to do something with J. Cole for sure. That's one person. But I've always liked his artistry. I've always liked just the navigation of his career. So I would definitely love to collaborate with him. If I had to go into the R&B department, oh man, I would really love to work with Jasmine Sullivan, but I think I'd just be in awe the entire time.
I know. Woo,
Like
me
I'd
too.
be in awe the entire time because she's amazing.
Right.
But somebody like her for sure, I would love to sit there and come up with something, because her voice, how just her delivery, everything is like
Mesmerizing.
Exactly. So,
Mesmerizing. She's one of my faves, and my fellow
yeah,
Aries. Like, I love her. Like, she's so underrated to me. Her voice
very.
is like,
It's
it's a literally
crazy.
instrument.
It's crazy.
Nuts. Yes, it is. Every
And
time she drops something, I'm like,
that, yeah, you know what I mean. So
like,
I
girl.
would love to work with her, with J. Cole. Who else would I like to work with? I don't know. There's a lot. So those two are the two that come to mind. I would love to
Okay.
work with them though. But yeah, there's probably more. Probably a lot more.
I love it. Hey, Tangi, thanks for tapping in.
Hey.
I love it. She said she just said that today. I love that. Okay. So, Cal, I really enjoyed speaking with you. And this is not goodbye. This is see you later. Please keep me posted. I want to hear about that remix. I
Of
want to hear
course.
that remix.
Of course.
But let people know where they can find you. And then I want to end with 5 favorites. I always end with 5 favorites. So first, let people know where they can find you so they can Rebirth and Revelations is available on all platforms, of course.
Yes.
So where can people find you?
You can find me on my all social media is C.A.L Alston Music. So that's Instagram, that's Twitter, that's TikTok. All of that is C.A.L Alston Music. That is C.A.L ALSTON Music. That's all one word. I'll say it again. It's a lot of letters. C.A.L ALSTON Music. That's where you can find me, interact with me. I do different things. I like to sing songs. So if you think you want to hear me sing something, you may want to send it my way. We may do a cover of it. So that's where you can find me and stay updated with just all the other gigs I got coming, because there's a bunch of stuff for August shows I got. So
Oh,
come
good.
out, see me sing, have a good time. But that's where you can find me. And as always, please go listen to the album and stream it. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And that's it. Yeah.
I love it. So wrapping up, 5 faves. Favorite food.
Ooh, like a specific dish? Like a
Yeah.
specific dish? Ah, okay. Oh
Whatever
man,
you want to answer, what's your favorite food?
shrimp dumplings.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, favorite travel destination.
Mm, favorite travel destination. It doesn't have to be somewhere I've been, right? It could be somewhere I want to go.
Oh,
Okay.
that too.
Okay. Favorite travel destination. No, actually, you know what? No, it's somewhere I've been. I think I liked South Africa a lot.
Oh,
Like South Africa.
oh my gosh, love that.
Yeah,
Yes,
South Africa.
yes. I love that.
That's been a
Okay.
mission.
Favorite movie or TV show?
Favorite movie or TV show? Right now, all right, I'm gonna be a nerd. My favorite TV show right now is One Piece anime. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's a little like I said, it's a bit nerdy of me, but my favorite TV show right now is One Piece. It is, I
One
think,
Piece.
One Piece, longest running animated show. I think it's up there in history. It came out in '99, if I'm not
Oh
mistaken.
wow.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
it's
have to
still
check it
running
out.
with over 1,000 episodes. So,
I love
but it's a
that.
great show. It's all
I'm
the
gonna have to
all the
check it
fiction
out.
you could ask for, all the fun you could ask for. But yeah, that's my favorite show right now.
Okay. Favorite accessory.
Ooh, glasses. I think glasses are my thing at the moment.
Prescription or
No,
non?
no, 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 just different shades. Like
Just
I
different.
think I'm gonna start a collection. I have really noticed shades have
Oh,
been like my thing, so I might start a collection. That's
all
my
right.
favorite accessory.
All right. And last favorite season.
Fall.
Okay.
Fall. I like that in between hot and cold.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I enjoyed you, Cal.
Same.
Appreciate you stopping by. Please keep me posted on that remix.
Yes,
So
man.
honest hour, even though I'm digging that for sure, but I do want to hear a remix because I'm like, I miss the days of a good remix.
Right, right.
So, like, if you could get Jasmine Sullivan on that thing, I'm gonna claim it. Look, I'm gonna put it out there. And
Right.
when it happens, just tell Tangi to call me, okay?
Okay. I
Look,
will.
I put it out there. I put it out there. So, but it was great speaking with you, and I wish you all success. And hopefully, I'm based in Detroit, so hopefully when you come here, I can come to a show and possibly meet you.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure.
Love it. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Take
Thank
care.
you. All right.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching. See you next week for Rocky's Reality. Peace.